Hello friends, this is WA6YLR, Greg here. I was excited to learn that this weekend and next weekend, October 2025, the International Space Station would be broadcasting ham radio slow scan TV images down to anyone who could receive them to celebrate Space Week. So I pulled out my Arrow 2 antenna, which is compatible for space communications on two different frequencies, 440 and 2 meters. 2 meters are the three arms there that you can see in the picture. And I usually hold it by the foam grip. But my arm gets bloody tired, so I've been looking for ways to mount it an easier way on a tripod. And I was very excited to learn that the foam grip, where my hand has been holding, can slide off. You'll see some videos on the internet that show it being cut off. You really don't need to cut it off. It slides off. And underneath that foam grip, there are threads in the antenna shaft that are compatible with the tripod. That's a 1/4 inch, 20 threads per inch. And so if I just look at the lower part of my shaft there, you can see the foam with the cabling out of it. And if I slide off that foam grip, you'll see there's two cables for the 440 and the 2 meters. And I can pull the grip off. It slides right off the cabling. And you'll see there that there's this is where the radio would attach to. There's a diplexer to split the signal between the 2 meters and the 440 that fits inside the shaft. If we take a close look at the shaft, you can see the threading on the lower end of the shaft, and it attaches right to my tripod, which was pretty awesome. Then all I need to do is slip the diplexer back into the base of that antenna and connect up the 2 meter cabling that I need to run the antenna. So here it is attached. You can see this full picture of the antenna. At least the lower portion of the antenna mounted on the tripod. And taking it out to the field, what I found was that the antenna, see the way it's sticking out from the tripod, made it a little tippy. The center of gravity was a little off from the tripod. So if you look at this picture down at the bottom, I actually put an orange stake in the ground and tied my tripod to the ground so I could move it around without worrying about it toppling over. That made it pretty easy to use. And a little close-up of the way the setup is, I actually bungee my radio to the shaft of the tripod, but I'm really excited that it attaches directly to the tripod, and I snugged it down. I heard people talk about breaking the connection to their tripod. I think that was because it was too loose, and so the antenna was wobbling and yanking on the threading, so I snugged it down. And if we take one more close look in the deployed position with you can see the RF cabling from the radio coming in and the cable coming out to the driven element of the 2 meter antenna. Went out there yesterday and today to collect some images from the space station, and I was very excited at what we were able to collect with the manned maneuvering unit floating over the Earth. Suit sat a couple years back. They put a radio in a suit and tossed it out the ISS. Pretty awesome. I wasn't able to hear that one. There, of course, Space Week come about because the Sputnik was launched back in 1957 this week. This is a picture of the display in the Russian Energy Museum from the pictures that I downloaded from the ISS. Good luck. I hope you have a great time using your Arrow antenna and listening to the International Space Station slow scan TV pictures. Thanks, and we'll see you on the air. Bye-bye.